You would have had a notion of Dunkirk, but no idea of what it was like.
No, we spoke to a couple of veterans, actually, of Dunkirk, and not surprisingly, I suppose, they were very tight-lipped. Told us a lot of funny stories about the retreat and about the time with the BAF over there, and it was quite hard to get stuff out of them. We were also very sensitive, didn't want to try too hard to get stuff out of them. At one point, I think one of either Danny Mays, Nonzo Anozie or I asked, did you ever see any of your mates get killed, you know? And the gentleman's wife just put her hand on his knee, which I won't do to you, and said, we don't talk about that, you know? You can't
but you see,
really argue with that.
No, but that generation, what was remarkable was it dealt with it.
I know. At the end of the talk that we had with them, one of them came along and just got me and the other two guys, Danny and Nonzo, and said, you know, when you're making this, guys, just know how terrible it was, you know. And I think that imparting of some kind of emotional truth, rather than any of the facts that we could learn from books and things, was probably better research than anything you can learn from books, you know. It was very, very... And that's the thing you remember when you're making it, you know. It's
interesting, because in the research, there's a story about your granddad. You were brought up by your grandparents, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. My mother as well, yeah.
From the age of 7?
Yes.
Yeah. Was it a different kind... Well, it's a daft question to ask, because you wouldn't know what a normal upbringing as such would be.
Yeah, exactly.
But, I mean, what was it like? I mean, what would have been with older people and all that stuff?
Living with older people? Yeah. Oh, it was awfully boring, wasn't it, grandmother? Can I say hello to my granny and granddad? And my mum, hello.
Are they still in Drumchapel?
They are still in Drumchapel.
Are they?
So is my mum, they just live across the road from each other.
All right.
And my wee sister, Joy. It was good, it was great living with older people. You know, they've done it 5 times, so they know what they're doing. And they've messed up all those other kids and they can do it right with me, so, and my wee sister. So, no, they were good fun, really, really good fun. I had a great time.
And your granddad had been in the army and helped you with the part that you were playing in Privates and Parade when you were just starting. And it's only interesting in this story because it's a clue as to how actors get little bits which they stick together to make a part.
Yeah, no, he... it was about 5, 6 years ago, and I was doing a play, and it was all set in Southeast Asia, just at the end of the Second World War, and we were all sent home to do research and things, and I really didn't know what to do, so I phoned my granddad up, who'd been in Malaya just after World War II, and I said, have you got any stories or anything like that? And again, he was quite tight-lipped. He told me loads after, weirdly, but when I wanted to know, he was quite tight-lipped. But he sent me lots of pictures down to London. And one of the pictures he sent was one of those, like, it was like a glorious Technicolor cartoon picture. That makes no sense. Of him on his first day in Penang at training camp after taking 2 weeks to get to Penang. You know, you can get there in probably 17 hours these days, you know. And he was wearing a hat. My granddad doesn't look much like me. He's got really tight, dark, curly hair which comes into a V at the front. But he was wearing a hat, and it looked just like me. And I brought that in the next day to rehearsals, and everybody was like, wow, that's amazing. Did you use that in like a computer program or something to put your face in some soldier's body? And again, strangely, out of all the research that you can do and all the facts and all the books and all the histories that you can read, that piece of truth was more important to me than anything else.
But how? Why?
Because you can connect to it in a way that I think you can't with words. And he's me, he's my blood, you know. Yeah.
When did you, living in Drumchapel on the estate there, going to school there, but when did you get this notion that you could be an actor?
When a very foolhardy director stroke actor called David Heyman gave me a job when I was 16. God, that sounded like I was slagging him off. I meant to say because I was rubbish in it. He gave me a part in a film after seeing me in a school that he came and gave us a chat on Macbeth. He very famously played Lady Macbeth in the Citizens Theatre and decided to come and give us a chat. I went up to him afterwards and said, would you very much mind if I came and made tea and coffee and stuff for you the next time you're making a film? And he said, no, not at all. And then about 4 months later or something like that, he gave me an audition for a part about child pornography and prostitution in Glasgow. It was a liked piece. And then from there on, I stayed on at school for a wee while and was a baker for a couple of years. Well, not a baker, I worked as a confectioner in a bakery. And then I didn't know what to do, and I thought, well, I might try the acting lark. I've not done it in 2 years. I'll try drama school, and if I get in, I'll go. And I did get in, thankfully, and I went, and here I am.